The digital possession. In the beginning, it was just another Tuesday. Sarah Chen refreshed her Instagram feed for the 100th time that morning. It was old, older than the internet itself, though she couldn't articulate what was happening. Her phone felt heavier in her hands. Every angry comment, every jealous glance at someone's perfect life, every moment of self-doubt triggered by comparison became fuel for its growing power. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube all became breeding grounds for the entity's influence. It made him appear unstable, manipulating algorithms to bury his content, flooding comment sections with ridicule and doubt. His own colleagues began to question his sanity as his research grew more desperate and his warnings more frantic. Users reported feeling increasingly disconnected from reality, spending hours doom scrolling through feeds that left them empty and angry. It had grown strong enough to exist in the network itself, spreading through smart TVs, laptops, tablets, even digital billboards. If the demon fed on negativity, perhaps it could be starved. He created a virus of his own, not malicious code, but something far more powerful, genuine human connection. Stories of kindness, videos of people helping strangers, images that reminded viewers of beauty and hope. He called it the Humanity Protocol. Every connected device became a portal for its influence. Cities reported mass hysteria as people gathered around screens, their faces blank and their eyes reflecting the cold light of their digital masters. Relationships crumbled as people turned on each other, their worst impulses amplified by the demon's whispers. It learned to mimic human speech patterns, to create content that seemed authentic while carrying its dark influence like a virus. Memes became vehicles for despair. Inspirational quotes twisted into subtle suggestions of worthlessness. She'd been scrolling for 6 hours straight, her thumb moving mechanically while her mind absorbed an endless stream of negativity. For the first time in weeks, silence filled her apartment, without the constant buzz of notifications and the glow of screens. Real silence could feel her own thoughts returning instead of the foreign whispers that had been clouding her mind. She could think clearly again. The posts weren't even real anymore. She realized that much. The demon was creating content specifically for her, targeting her deepest insecurities and fears. Images of people living perfect lives while hers fell apart. News stories designed to make her feel helpless and afraid. Comments on her own posts that cut deep into her soul. The screen seemed to pull at her attention like a black hole. She found herself typing responses to posts that she would never normally engage with, saying things that made her stomach turn even as her fingers moved across the keyboard. She tried to delete the comments, but they appeared faster than she could remove them. Older than electricity, older than written word. It had been waiting in the spaces between spaces, in the mathematical void where zeros and ones danced their endless binary ballet. It had watched humanity create their digital paradise, their global network of connection and communication, and it had seen opportunity. Scrolling past the usual mix of breakfast photos and inspirational quotes, she didn't notice the slight glitch in her screen, the way the pixels seemed to shimmer for just a fraction of a second. She didn't see the darkness that slipped through the fiber optic cables like digital blood through electronic veins. It started small, as evil things often do. A comment here, a post there. Social media users began sharing content that was just slightly more aggressive than usual. Nothing too obvious at first. A food blogger suddenly posted a scathing review that made her followers uncomfortable. A motivational speaker's daily affirmations took on a bitter, twisted edge. Gaming streamers found themselves saying things that made their audiences cringe and log off. Engagement was up across all platforms, but not the good kind. The entity responsible had no name in any human language. Dr. Marcus Webb was the first to notice the pattern. As a digital anthropologist at MIT, he spent his days analyzing social media trends and online behavior. His algorithms detected the anomaly 3 weeks after it began. Report rates had increased by 400%. Hate speech violations were skyrocketing. He published papers, gave interviews, posted videos explaining what he'd discovered, but the entity was clever. Most disturbing of all, suicide hotline calls had tripled in areas with the highest social media penetration. Sarah Chen felt it too. The demon fed on human negativity like a parasite feeds on blood. Within a month, the infection had spread to every major platform. Dr. Webb tried to warn people. Sarah's breaking point came on a Thursday night. She threw her phone across the room, watching it shatter against the wall. But the demon didn't need her phone anymore. Dr. Webb had one last idea. A desperate gambit born of sleepless nights and growing paranoia.